Are we here?
Okay, a lot of technical difficulties.
All the difficult.
A lot of technical difficulties. If
Yeah.
you can tell, we don't do this very much.
I think this is punishment for the fact that like we don't do it often. Like we're totally out of the loop, and we tried to do extra things. We tried to do fancy things to make it fun, and it all kind of fell apart for a second. But I think we're onto something.
Yeah,
I think it's happening.
Yeah, it's tough. We're happy to be here.
How are you guys? Hello. I'm just checking
Cool, we got
everything.
John, we got Kelsey. Thank you for being patient.
Oh my
Appreciate
gosh,
your
yes.
patience with how nuts this was.
Yeah, it was all the nuts.
If you've never done any live streaming and you've messed around with trying to do anything fancy other than just pushing go live on your phone, there's a lot to it, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot to it. So yeah,
we're using some new software, so it can allow us to do some cool things. And we tested it a couple nights ago, and it seemed beautiful and perfect. And then tonight we went to jump in and do it, and none of it worked.
Can you please put in the chat if you can hear us?
Yes.
People have said they could see us, but I want to make sure that you can hear us too, because we're trying all kinds of different stuff right now. The joys of Apple computers and continuity cameras. So we're using iPhone as a continuity camera, but then it wouldn't talk to the computer.
Oh my gosh.
So then we had to like figure out, why isn't the phone talking to the computer? So we love technology, but
enough about that.
Yeah.
I mean, we gotta go.
Just
now.
let us know if you can hear us. So, okay, good.
Yeah.
You can hear us.
So you all know why we're here. This week marks the 2-year anniversary, 2-year birthday of our channel, the West Coasters. I think technically our 2-year anniversary is tomorrow, but tomorrow is like a super full, crazy day for us where we have no time for any extras. So we thought we would jump on and do this tonight. So it's so fun to celebrate with you, friends and family who are here. That is just so perfect that it worked out today. But before we jump into all of our cool plans for the night, we just want to do a special 2-year birthday cheers, a little moment, a little ceremony, so to speak. Ceremonies like on Animal Crossing when they're like, let's hold a ceremony. We are holding a ceremony to mark this milestone in our lives. So let's see if I can get this going here. Trying to be fancy.
You think it'll stay upright?
We'll see.
Yeah.
I think it's okay. We got some treats at probably one of our favorite treat spots locally, although it's not just a local place. I went to 85 Degrees today, which is, isn't it a Taiwanese bakery dessert spot?
Yeah.
Do this.
Yeah.
And got some really good treats, so we can actually light a candle. Whoa! Fire.
Okay. Let's do this.
Yes.
But it's
a massive candle, so I'm going to try to hold it up. I'm asking for it with this.
2. Okay.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, West Coasters. Woo! Happy birthday to you. You blow it out.
Oh!
The cocoa powder went everywhere. It's tiramisu cake, which is like super delicious for 85 degrees, but it's covered in like this cocoa powder.
Thank you, Random Recess. Thanks for hanging out with us. Yes, 2 years. So obviously we don't do these lives very much. Maybe we'll do more in the future.
We'd love to do more because it's actually kind of fun.
The last one we did was around the holidays. So yes.
And
2 years.
2 years of kind of, I don't know, the blind leading the blind through this process. We're so excited to talk about all the ins and outs of what doing YouTube is like. But we got this beautiful, before I forget, tiramisu. It doesn't look so great now, but tiramisu cake. And then we also got, and this is one of my favorites, it's this, I don't know if you can see it.
Mango cake?
Mango, mango creme brulee cake.
Thank you.
Yes. And happy birthday. Yes. So we have our new beloved friends, Random Recess. So cool.
Thank you, Kendra. It's been 2 years. Yeah, and then besides the trees.
Lisa Holloway. Lisa, hello, how are you? Long time no chat. So we thought we would have a treat. I hope you guys have a treat, or at least a fun beverage. But let's see how this tiramisu is, since it's looking so good sitting here in front of me.
How was it? Was it good?
It's pretty
After I
good.
blew all the cocoa powder
It still
off the
tastes
top.
good.
I was not expecting that. I don't know. I guess I should have. But tiramisu's good. It's always solid.
You know, I don't ever order it, or I haven't until recently, but our friends kind of turned us on to it from 85 Degrees, and man, it's pretty
Okay, this is why we're really here, though.
Yes.
Because I got one of these. So we did one of our first. It wasn't one of our first. We did a brewery video at Wild Parrot because they had just opened. Wild Parrot Surface. This is a crowler. If you've never gotten one of these from a brewery, like a lot of breweries are doing this now. This is 32 ounces. This is like 2 pints. This is one of their newer beers. So it's like it reminds me of those, those Foster's cans, like the big cans with the gas station.
Foster's, is that from Australia?
Yeah.
I don't know why I feel like that. Cool.
And they fill it fresh, like whenever you want it. So I'll give them
I'll take some too. Maybe just a little bit.
And then
I don't drink as much beer as I used to.
I'm gonna drink out of the can because it's more fun.
I think we definitely need to have a 2-year birthday.
Oh, cheers! I should.
Yes.
Cheers! And cheers to you for joining us.
Thank you for being here.
Skål.
What is this? An IPA?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a West Coast IPA. It's very good.
It's very good. Wild Parrot, good job.
Very good.
Good job.
Cheers, as
Cheers,
always.
guys.
Cheers for beers.
Mm-hmm.
So like
Hi,
we like are setting this up as, I don't know. We had a loose plan of this is going to be an AMA video. So to celebrate our 2 years, we're here to talk about ourselves. So so you're all watching because you want to know, hopefully. You want to see if you submitted a question, you want to see it answered. So we're going to do like an AMA.
Yes.
Stick around a little bit longer. We're going to do a giveaway.
Yes, we're going to kick off a little giveaway.
What else is on the agenda for tonight?
Well, I mean, before we jump into the questions, I just want to say thank you if you submitted a question. It means so much to us that anyone is even curious about what we're doing. If you've done anything on YouTube or maybe general content creation, it's really easy to feel, especially if you're new to it or some version of new, it's really easy to feel super anonymous and that like no one's really watching or paying attention. So even when literally one person leaves a comment on a video, or if they share it, or if you submit questions for an AMA, our first AMA, we just feel so loved and validated. So thank you for all the questions. Yeah. They're really good questions.
And thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Yes. Hopefully everybody who's decided to tune into this is going to like and subscribe this.
Totally.
And stick it out with us because starting a YouTube channel is, you kind of have to be a special brand of crazy to start a YouTube channel. And then to stick with it, you have to be even crazier because those of you who have ever done anything like this know it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun. That's what we're doing it.
Right. Fun. It is like, it's kind of like the work hard, play hard feeling of like, you have to put tons of hours in, but it's also a ton of fun. And if you hear any jingling in the background, that is Archie. That's our dog. I might try to grab him in a minute to see if he wants to come up. Usually when we're doing live streams, he gets really like angsty about being held and being on camera for some reason.
Lisa just got home from work. Woo-wee.
Yes.
Workday's over. I hope you can crack open a cold one.
Or just anything, whatever
or
like, suits your
seltzer, soul. Or some people like to have a hot tea, just like snuggle on the couch, just chill out after work.
Well, if you live here, you don't want anything hot right now. It's like 100 degrees today.
Yeah. Antonio, thank you.
Hello, Antonio. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight.
So, without further ado, should we get to some questions?
Yeah, let's just jump right in. So again, we're trying all kinds of new stuff tonight. So we'll see if it works. So, yes, here we go. Kicking off our first, we got some good questions, and then if we missed something, or if you're here and you didn't submit a question and you just want to throw a question in the chat or whatever, it's the world's your oyster.
Pause. The mango is so good.
Mango cake is good.
Mango creme brulee cake from 85 degrees.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got a raspberry on top.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
I think they call that mango slice. Don't they call it slice when it's like that?
It's a slice, but the official name was mango creme brulee.
All right, cool. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Question 1. Where are you from?
You start.
Yeah, so I'm originally from Anchorage, Alaska. That's where I was born, but I grew up and down the West Coast. So originally from Alaska, then my family moved to Washington, then I moved to Arizona, and then back to Washington, where we met. So we met in Washington State. So originally from Alaska, all up and down the West Coast, and we've lived all across the country together. But when people ask me where I'm from, it's always, for me, it's always like, am I from Alaska? Am I from Washington? I don't really consider myself from Arizona. So
You're way more
I'm just
Alaska.
like a northwest person.
Yeah.
So Northwest. I'm from the Northwest.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was born in Seattle, born and raised in Seattle and the Seattle area. And so I think actually what's weird is when I was a toddler, my parents needed us to move to Pasadena for a 1-year program my dad was doing, some education. So I actually lived really close to where we are now for a year. But besides that, I think I just did my growing up in the Pacific Northwest in Washington State, in the Seattle area. And so that's me. And then, like Isaac said, once we were married, we had a year in Washington, and then we did quite a few years on the East Coast in Boston and New Jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before here.
Yeah. Gio and Grace are here. Thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Gio and Grace. Oh my gosh, you have a lot of celebrating in your lives too. Gio, I think you just celebrated your birthday. Happy birthday. And you as a family are celebrating your amazing news. And I'm not going to spoil it, people. If you want exciting news, just go over to their channel. Definitely subscribe. They have so many wonderful things happening in their lives as a family right now. So I'll just let you go over there and find out for yourselves.
Cool.
Yes.
So our next question that we got is HHN, Knott's Scary Farm, or Oogie Boogie. So I'm assuming this is like, what do we prefer? What are we going to?
Mm-hmm.
The person who asked didn't say like, oh, what's the best or whatever. So I guess we should. I don't know. I feel like it would be dishonest to say big opinions about Knott's Scary Farm or HHN, because we've never been to either HHN or Knott's Scary Farm.
Yeah.
Last year, living here was our first full. No, it was our second full year. Yeah, it was our second full year living here. And the first year we lived here, we just got passes to Disney and Universal, not to Knott's, and we didn't go to any special ticketed events because we were just trying to like save our money, like have fun. And then the second year we did Oogie Boogie. So that's it. Out of those 3 that we've actually been to, Oogie Boogie, and it was amazing.
It was so fun and so cool. I don't think we were ready for like the vibe of it, the effort Disney puts in all of the villain characters, tasty food, and there is seriously, I know we said this before, but there's seriously nothing like getting to dress up in a costume as an adult and go to Disneyland and walk around and see other people in costumes. Last year we made costumes. So we were Yzma and Kronk from The Emperor's New Groove, and those turned out.
Yeah, and we made a vlog and everything. You can check that out.
Right.
I think that I'm not like a horror person. I know that that's a big thing in LA. Like a lot of people love horror conventions. They love horror events at theme parks. I am not like a super like horror person, but that's not because I'm like opposed to it. Just it kind of just never spoke to me. And then I think the other thing is that like I'm not into people like just getting like right in my face. And
you need the no scare tag. That's a new thing.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I think I'm okay with the scary aspect of it, but I just don't want anybody like yelling in my face.
Yeah.
I don't want that. I don't want anybody screaming in my face. I don't want anybody like getting up in my face. So I think that kind of always makes me hesitate from doing HHN or Knott's, just seeing other people's vlogs. And it looks like really like, whoa, that they are so close to you.
I'm starting to get curious though. Color me curious. I really want to experience HHN, but I want to make sure if we do it that we have the express pass, however, so we can experience a lot of it when we're there. I don't want to just go and do only like 2 houses. So, we've been talking about that. And I'm starting to get a little curious about knots too. I see here, just before I forget, that Random Recess says that they did their first Oogie Boogie last year and were blown away. Yeah, we're in the same boat as you. We're definitely going back. In fact, we're going back in a week.
We're going to be at Oogie Boogie a week from tomorrow.
Not opening day, but maybe like
the second day.
The second day,
yeah.
And our costumes are coming together. We talked about it and with how hot it could possibly be and how important it is to have fun and really cut loose. We really wanted comfortable costumes this year. So we're doing more towards the bounding side of our costume idea. We're going to have to come check out our video. We're definitely going to vlog it, see what new arrivals are at the After Hours event. We are crazy excited. If it's anything like last year, it's going to pop off. It's going to be lit. So
yeah, I'm really curious if anybody like June Grace or Random Recess or anybody else that's going to Oogie Boogie, if it was difficult for you to get tickets, because I feel like we did not experience the difficulty.
Oh, we got lucky. Everyone had the hardest time, and somehow we got lucky and got through on the initial round. I don't think we did anything special. I just think it was luck.
No, I don't think it was anything special either. I think it was literally, I was like, oh yeah, this is the day we do it. And we hopped in on one device. I think you hopped in right before the queue, and the other device, you were trying on, I think, your phone or your computer, and then I tried on my computer. And so we were, tried on like 2 different devices. And actually, I think the computer we got in on like maybe right as it started, or excuse me, a couple minutes later, and that was the one we ended up buying on. But it was not a crazy wait, so we didn't really experience.
Are you guys doing any of the After Hours events? Put in the chat. Are you doing Oogie Boogie, Knots, HHN, or all of them? Are you going for the trifecta of fear? Oh, I think I just made that up.
Yeah.
Trifecta of fear.
Yeah. So Random Recess, they got theirs right away too. Yes. Hashtag blessed. So next question.
Yes.
What was your biggest oh shoot moment on YouTube? What was your biggest oh shoot moment on YouTube? This is a tough one for me because we didn't really prepare. Like we said at the beginning, like, oh man, we're experiencing all these technical difficulties. I was just, moving these questions over to this program. So
I think I have 2 that I
didn't prepare. Yeah, go for it.
That were more kind of just around me having a difficult filming time. You go through so many different levels of messing up. Like anything that can get messed up, filming a video, it's gonna get messed up at some point. So like, for example, on our Red Ribbon Bakery video, where we went and tried delicious Filipino desserts, halfway through our filming day, my microphone got turned off. I think we were just adjusting it, and it just got turned off. So my audio was total trash for at least half the video, and we finagled it in Final Cut. We messed with it and tried to pump it up off of Isaac's mic. We like to use those lapel mics because they're really good in loud situations. They really just catch your voice, and you can put wind, like the little fuzzy cats on them to cut wind. Dead cats. Dead cat. That's what I meant.
Fuzzy dead cat.
Fuzzy dead cat. And so our Red Ribbon video, if you go watch that, you'll notice my audio kind of turns into booby at a certain point. Anyway, but there's another day, and this is just me being clumsy, but we were filming a downtown LA video where we were getting beer at Verstruppe and then getting amazing tacos at Avenue 26. And I literally spilled everything I had on myself that whole day. Like, I'm glad you can only see from here up in videos, because we had this giant horchata and I spilled it all down my leg, and I was wearing these pants. It was super obvious. It kind of looked like I wet my pants with horchata, but definitely have had some clumsy moments.
Yeah.
Those are, that's what comes to mind for me.
I feel like I experience different levels of oh shoot moments all the time. I'm trying to think of what the biggest one was specifically for filming or something like that. I think that, this is a tough one for me. I think the biggest one, I still get nervous when we're filming, and I think that there was one video that I don't remember. I think we were maybe filming in Disneyland or something, or I don't remember. And I was just like, I have to take a break. Like I can't go on. And it wasn't like I was experiencing like a stumbling into something bad or like being. I just remember feeling like just panicked. Like, I need to like not do this now. Get me out of here.
And that gets after like one spill the tea moment with like making YouTube, I think. Is that if you haven't experienced like talking on camera, like being in front of a camera on video in any significant way with your job or other fun creative projects, it's the most unnatural, awkward thing, like feeling thing in the world. And then you throw in being in public and having people stare at you if you're around people, that takes it and times it by 10. So you're already nervous and uncomfortable and awkward, but then people are staring at you and wondering what the heck you're doing.
And now I feel like I've come to this weird place where like I want there to be enough people there that I feel like I can kind of we can kind of film and it like it's not drawing too much attention because there's so much action. Because if you're sitting and you're trying to like eat something for the camera and talk about it or talk about an experience and you're like, oh, there's one other couple like or there's one other person, you know that they're listening because that's what I do. Like if we're out like and there's like another person or another couple, like you just kind of like you're just kind of always listening and then that makes me kind of feel like, oh man. So I think it's kind of like I want there to be no one or I want them to be like a medium-sized crowd.
Yeah, like the other day, and I haven't finished editing yet, but we went to this amazing food hall and filmed a vlog there. It's really near us. You should keep an eye out for it. It was a really fun day. But I was talking about something I was eating, and there was this like 7-year-old-ish kid just like right behind Isaac staring over his shoulder, just like the whole time. And that's when I felt like, okay, I've come so far because I was able to do it with just like this kid staring at. So it's great.
Gio and Grace said that they're gonna go opening night to HHN. So that will be
you're gonna have so much fun.
That will be a great party. Like you're gonna have an amazing time.
I think I might be a little farther down the path of wanting to go to HHN at this point. Like I keep talking about it, I keep thinking about it. So it's gonna happen.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. I have heard from people that HHN is like you really have to get the platinum pass or the line skip option, whatever they call that for the HHN because it's so popular and it's so busy that you might get like a ticket and just go into one or two of the mazes. Cool. Next question. Do you have any core memories from your time living in Arizona, good or bad? I know the person who asked me this. I think I've kind of figured it out who asked. But core memories of living in Arizona, good or bad. So I went to high school in Arizona, in a suburb of Phoenix, Arizona, in a northern suburb. And I mean, we all have high school memories. So it's like I have all these high school memories, good and bad. I mean, high school is like struggle bus. Like everyone's on the struggle bus. I remember, I was just telling this to somebody that.
Tell your story. I just remembered I have to grab something.
Okay, see you.
Bye. I'll be right back.
So I remember having like a really bad high school moment, right? And I remember talking to my mother about like, oh man, this just sucks or whatever, high school. I can't wait to get to high school. And she said something to the effect of like, life is high school. Like, you're always going to be experiencing this kind of stuff. It doesn't really necessarily get better or get worse. It just is different. I think that as far as like core memories though, I think the first Christmas we were there, it snowed, that was really crazy, especially coming from Washington where it snowed all winter, every winter. Kind of a food memory and food and stuff is like going to Sonic. I just remember going to Sonic and like hanging out at Sonic Drive-In. That was like a very different experience than anything I had like as far as like fast food and stuff. And, when you're a teenager, like just going to Sonic with your friends and doing all that stuff and riding in the back of like pickups because it's Arizona and like Arizona's kind of like Florida light. Like as far as like rules and stuff, so like riding in the back of the pickups, my friends pick up and go to Sonic, and I have some incredibly fond memories of Arizona. I don't miss the heat at all. If you're you're a desert person, you know, like it is a dry heat. I'll give it that. Like similar to Los Angeles. Oh yeah, it's dry. It's not Florida. It's not Louisiana. It's not Alabama, but it is so hot. It's unbearably hot.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. That question's really for me, so I'll bump up a new one. Oh. Are you going to start brewing
Another for
again?
you, really.
But this kind of applies to you too, because I mean, we have our own hobbies. Like we have things that we do separately, but I think brewing is it's a family affair.
It is.
Because you have it in the house.
Yeah, and it could never be for one person anyway.
No, yeah. Mm-hmm. I think that you always, like, a home brewers are always sharing. That's like a big part of the culture. Is like you make it and you want to. I mean, how many of you have experienced a home brewer or a home baker? Mm-hmm. Like they make something like, ooh, try this.
Well, let me answer a little bit of this since you did the last
go ahead.
one, just because I don't think you're gonna say this about yourself. Isaac is a fantastic brewer. He doesn't do like the weird, like iffy beers that you might get off of some home brewers. He does like really like true to style. Well,
I don't do it in a bathtub.
No, well researched, well executed, delicious beers, especially his pales and IPAs. He also has done these like kind of more sour style beers because we love those too. And they've just been, I mean, they turn out great. He hasn't done it for a while, but he's super talented. And we thought it would be really fun at some point. Since we're in this house now, we recently moved into this great rental house. But we thought it'd be so fun to start brewing again and maybe vlog some of it, just so if any of you are curious about that part of our lives, we could show what it's like.
Yeah, it's brewing beer. It's fun. I love it. Yeah, it's obviously we're gonna go to more breweries and like showcase that part of our lives too. We love to drink beer. I think that beer is like one of those just great, fascinating products to make. So yeah, I'm gonna start brewing again.
Yeah.
One thing that you're always fighting, this is kind of like technical, like nitpicky, but one thing you fight when you're brewing is that brewing can be, not always, but it can be a pretty like water wasteful activity. And then also the groundwater temperature factors into it as well. So I think like late fall, winter, it's a good time to get started. And I've already kind of worked out how I'll probably do it to not be water wasteful, to be a little more water conscious, because it's good to save water living in Los Angeles, and it's also good for your water bill. Save water.
For sure. Any more YouTube-y questions?
Yeah, next one.
That's a really good question.
What has been your biggest challenge as a new channel, and how have you overcome it?
I feel like I have a really like knee-jerk reaction answer. For me, it is simply fitting it in on a regular basis to our busy lives. It's very much like a side creative project for us. We both work full-time, which a lot of YouTubers do. We're both musicians and music teachers. I'm self-employed, so I teach private voice lessons out of my home studio, and I've done that for a long time now. Isaac is a public school music teacher locally, but Isaac is also doing a program, another educational program for his certification right now. He's in his last semester. It's a huge, busy semester. So, we're balancing full-time careers, and school, some more school, and really wanting to keep YouTube an important part of our life. But the truth is, and you know this if you are, if YouTube is a side thing for you, or in conjunction with your full-time career, YouTube isn't going to always be your top priority, because we all gotta pay rent and live and find some semblance of balance. So I think the answer for me is just the biggest challenge is searching for the balance, for the time commitment. And one of the ways we kind of found that, or we're working to find it, is just both of us learning more jobs. In the beginning, I think I kind of led the way with like the filming and planning videos a little bit more. I had more of like a vision of what we might want to do there. And Isaac was very much the video editor. That comes a lot more naturally to Isaac. But now I've taken on a lot more of the editing, and I'm trying to do more and more just because it's super time consuming. And with my job being self-employed and making my own schedule, I have a little more control over my schedule. So so I think just finding the time to stay consistent as possible. This last month has not been because we both started our school years and they're super consuming. But yeah, we're gonna get back into our weekly flow, hopefully a video a week and some other fun things. But yeah, just balancing.
Yeah, I think for me, the biggest challenge to be a new channel, and I think it's probably true for every single new channel out there that sticks with it and experiences moments of success. Not even to think about like hitting, 1,000 subscribers or something like that, but like just not getting lost in the sauce, like not getting hung up on like a view count or a thumbs up count. And that's been a big challenge for me. And I feel like I'm at this place where I'm just starting to think about like, okay, put it up, move on, put it up, move on.
You really have to.
Yeah, and of course, like engage with it, like when people comment on it or like it, or if you want to just give it an additional bump or an additional share, but just like that, not getting bogged down. If something doesn't go well, some of the videos that I've been like absolutely most proudest of as far as like editing and like the shots and like just filming have completely flopped.
Yeah.
And that's been really hard. And I think the only way to overcome it is just to keep going.
And on the flip side, there are videos that you feel like maybe you rushed through or didn't do your best effort, or you just assumed you wouldn't do that well, that kind of pop off.
Yeah.
So you just never know, but you just have to keep it moving forward. Also, and I've heard other people say this, and I didn't really understand it fully until we experienced it, but if you are keeping the mindset and the goal to just make the videos that you're excited about, that you're passionate about, that reflect who you are or your values, whatever gets you excited, even if that video doesn't get a lot of views or engagement, you're just going to be happy you had the experience because it's going to be a true reflection of you. And that's really guided probably our last year of content, just wanting to get out there and show a whole range of beautiful cultural cuisines here, amazing street food, mom and pop restaurants, cool breweries, amazing experiences here. That's what we're really excited about. And so that's felt good, even if those videos don't get views sometimes.
Landon is here. Landon said it's been 2 years since you left.
Landon, I miss you. Landon, I miss you just as much today as the day after I left. Landon is a fantastic young musician, performer in my life, and he's also a die-hard Disney fan, and we even got to hang out in Disneyland for an evening, and that was really cool. That's one of the best things, at least to me, about having moved here is I can't believe how many people we've gotten to connect with since moving here, whether it's people from Washington, our Washington years, family, friends, people from our East Coast years. And we've run into people that we didn't even plan on seeing, whether it's in like Universal or Disneyland, or they just messaged us on social media. Just met up with another student this last week, and it was such a great reunion. So this is a cool place to live because people want to come here on vacation. So I kind of love that.
Sweet.
Justin, what is up? It's so good to talk with you, Justin.
Thank you, Justin.
Yes.
I just realized I made this like live order thing.
Ooh, we're so extra fancy.
We're so fancy.
We're even fancier than we planned on being.
Oh my gosh, it's just fabulous.
Justin, I know we haven't chatted recently. We've been super busy.
Yeah.
But we hope to connect with you. We gotta find you at the parks at some point. We gotta bump into you.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next
question. Do you ever miss New Jersey?
So if you missed it, New Jersey? We used to live in central New Jersey. We moved there initially for Isaac to do grad school, and then we just ended up staying because our careers, our performing careers were budding there. We did a lot of gigs, especially jazz gigs. We mostly play jazz. I mean, we do everything at this point, but back in those years, we were performing in the jazz world a lot. So it was great being so close to New York City and Philadelphia. We were kind of right in between those two big cities.
Yeah.
But we put down some beautiful, wonderful roots in New Jersey. I left a whole studio of wonderful students who I still miss, voice students, but some incredible friendships. I will say it's those special friendships that I miss. I miss the proximity to New York and Philly. I don't know if central New Jersey was a great fit for us in terms of personality.
I think I really I find myself missing like these really weird and hyper specific things about New Jersey
I know what you're gonna
that
say. I know what you're gonna say.
So I mean, obviously, the pizza. Like I miss the pizza so much. Is that what you thought I was gonna say?
No, but that is almost.
Okay, so I want to hear what you think I was gonna say. But so, yeah, I think there's like things I miss about New Jersey for sure. I really miss the proximity to New York and Philadelphia. We have some amazing friends there. That. Sorry, I'm just like burping, but I'm trying not to like go like. Bleh.
They know we're like this. It's okay.
Yeah, but I'm trying to keep it, like
keep it classy.
Yeah. So yeah, I miss the people so much that I was friends with people. I played like countless gigs. I have a couple of friends there, Mike and John, that I played, and Ryan. I mean, I played, and Will. I think I played with those cats. Those 4 guys. I think I probably played, I don't know, like over 100 gigs total. I mean, so many incredible musical moments. Both playing in New York and playing around Jersey and Philadelphia, and
the Philly cat.
All the Johns in Philadelphia that I miss, and I think it's the people that we miss, but the pizza. Okay, so if you're a New Jersey person, you're in the chat, or you're watching this later, or you're just out in the universe and you feel this like emanating out of me. There are bar pies. This is a concept that's all over New Jersey. I'm sure it's in New York and Pennsylvania and all across the Northeast. That doesn't really exist here on the West Coast, is a bar pie. You go to a bar, you order a beer, and you order a bar pie. And a bar pie is a personal pizza. And different places have different styles, but it's usually going to be just like a cheese pizza or like a 1-topping pizza. It's incredibly inexpensive. It's very affordable, and it is some of the best pizza you've ever had in your life.
It's just like that fresh Neapolitan style, like thin crust, amazing.
Yeah,
a lot of these places make fresh sauce.
I wouldn't say it's Neapolitan because it's not fresh mozzarella, and it's not as hot of an oven.
That's true.
But it's like
super thin.
It's super thin. The crust has like a nice char. If you are like a Barstool Sports, like a David Portnoy person, and you watch his pizza reviews, it's that kind of thing. But the whole like bar pie concept, like you go to a bar, you get a bar pie, you get a beer. And there are places, and there's a bunch of places in New Jersey, but 1 or 2 places that I used to go, and you could get like a pint of like Coors Light and a bar pie for $5. And
I don't know if it's still $5.
Yeah, I don't know either. But you just show like they're, like sometimes I go and be like, I'll have 2 lunch specials. So I get 2 pints of Coors Light and 2 bar pies.
You were a younger man.
And obviously that was more like turn up moment in my life. But I miss the bar pies.
So what I thought you were gonna say was Wawa. Wawa is a food.
Oh my God.
Wawa is like a food convenience store that is mind-blowingly good. Their food's great.
Yeah,
they have great like self-service coffee with tons of different like types of coffee and flavors, and it's just Wawa is just a joy. And I'm not going to say anything else because, like, you just need to go if you're in, like, Pennsylvania or New Jersey.
They reference Wawa and Always Sunny because, like, there's a lot of them in Pennsylvania.
But if you can get yourself to a Wawa, you'll see what we mean. Fantastic sandwiches, donuts, other meal, like, foods, like, quick-to-go things, great breakfast stuff. Just treat yourself to a Wawa when you're on the East Coast.
Not as huge as, like, a Buc-ee's, which Buc-ee's is on my bucket list.
Bucky bucket list.
Bucky bucket. I want to go to a Buc-ee's because I've heard that those are like basically Wawa, but like it's like a Trader Joe's with a gas station.
Yeah.
So, nice. Okay, next question. What's your fave drink?
Classically,
what's your fave drink?
It's been craft beer, but I would say I'm trying to convince myself in a different direction because I'm trying to drink less beer because it doesn't always make my stomach feel great. Getting old, but I would say after that it's going to be a good G&T, a gin and tonic, and more specifically, I love Hendrick's gin. That's usually my decent go-to, and then for the tonic, if you've ever tried the Fever Tree tonics, they come in those like little single-serving glass bottles. the elderflower. It's the green label, the elderflower tonic. I've got some, but I'm not gonna like run over and grab it right now. But that version of a gin and tonic is just so refreshing and delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, I like beer.
Especially when it's in a big ass can like that.
I don't like the person who's known for saying I like beer, if you know what I mean. But I like beer. I like pale ales. I like West Coast IPAs. I like sour beer. I like lagers. I mean, I just like all kinds of craft beer because it's very interesting to think about it from an ingredient standpoint. That's the brewing side and the formulation side of like what makes what flavors. So that's really cool. Mm-hmm. And I like everything. I like margaritas. I like brown liquor. I like whiskey. Yeah, it's all good. But if you're gonna take me out or you're gonna show me a good time, take me somewhere that has a good happy hour with a good beer special. I'm all about that.
Baby.
Cool. Justin said that he's been streaming, right? Said, yeah, we need to meet up someday at the parks. Also, while you were inactive, we were inactive. Yes, we're trying to be more active now. Thank you. I finally started streaming at the parks on YouTube. The first 2 Universal streams I did, I already hit 3K views.
People love that.
That's awesome.
That's so cool.
I want 3K views. I don't think I'm a park streamer, but that's awesome. I'm so glad for you, man. Cool.
We'll look for you, Justin, because we need to get to Universal soon.
Cool. Again, you can throw questions in the chat. We'll answer it.
I want to talk more YouTube before we get on to our next thing.
This is our last officially submitted AMA that we did through Instagram. So this is the last one. Are you single? JK. Just wanted to send you a sketchy question.
I know who this is from, and they're one of our favorite people on the whole planet. So if you've ever wondered, if you haven't known for sure, we're married, and this month we celebrated our 14th wedding anniversary. We got married on the younger side for sure. So our wedding anniversary is the same day as both of our birthdays, which if you've been around our channel or our social media, you might have seen something about BBA, birthday anniversary. August 7th is both of our birthday and our wedding anniversary. This year was 14. It was a little depressing this year, I'm not going to lie, because I got super sick. We had a big party that we had to cancel and a friend in from out of town. Just had to cancel pretty much everything fun we had planned. So, but we tried to make up for it a little bit. Yeah,
I mean, it's just kind of like one of those things.
Just one of those things.
I get a little weepy, but I'm just every day I'm happy to be married. So
I love you.
So of course I love you too, and of course I want to celebrate our birthday and our wedding anniversaries. But even if something happens or it's like crazy life stuff, it's like every day is
if we're gonna bring up things happening, this is the 3rd year in a row that something kind of crazy has happened around our BBA this year. I got very sick. Last year, our entire apartment flooded. They had to completely renovate our whole place, floors, walls, ceilings, and we were like displaced.
We don't live there anymore.
No, displaced for like 2 weeks, right at the end of like our summer break, our birthday anniversary celebration, the start of your school year at a new job. It was pure insanity. And then the year before, you had a health crisis on our anniversary.
Yeah, I went to a walk-in clinic on our anniversary because I was experiencing a bunch of allergic reactions. Not cool.
That's 3. So I'm hoping we're done. I'm hoping that means that we've had our trifecta of not fun, of chaos, and now next year things will be smooth sailing and super celebratory. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, I think it'll be awesome next year.
And you know what? Honestly, and you guys know this if you're watching our videos, we celebrate all year long. We love our life here, where there's so much to soak in and enjoy, and just so much joy to be had between the food scene, the beautiful scenery here, and of course our beloved theme parks. So,
yeah. There's some amazing. I am constantly like, oh, we get to do this. We can go to Disneyland, we can go to Universal Studios, we can go to some taco truck downtown. It's just we get to do this. It's crazy. And I mean, for anyone who's thinking of traveling to LA, if you're not a Los Angelino and you're watching this, or you live here. I mean, there's just so many things to do and see. There was like an Instagram reel or a TikTok video or something that I shared with Molly that somebody shared with me, and it's like people that fly into LA and they're like, "What should I do? Like, I'm here for the weekend," and it's like there's so much. There's so many things you can do, and
people don't get how big it is here.
then honestly, I think the thing that's the most mind blowing is the taco scene. Just not living in a taco town before here, and just knowing like, because we live pretty close to downtown when there's no traffic. So if we go after rush hour, like we can get downtown really fast, and like to think we could get downtown and spend $10 and get like insane tacos. And, yeah,
so crazy. I wanted, before we like move on to our next thing, that was the last question, right?
That was the last official AMA question.
Well, we were talking about spilling a lot of tea about YouTube life. And one thing that I think a lot of people have misconceptions about or are curious about is the money. And I know people have a whole range of feelings about talking about money. And we've wanted to for a while maybe put together a video where we go deep into our analytics and show what it's really like. I think there's a misconception around this belief that YouTubers, like once you get monetized, once you hit that threshold of like 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, that you're rolling in the dough. And the truth is, at least for the videos we make, mostly focused on like the food scene, street food, a little bit of theme parking, just like LA things to do. It doesn't make a lot of ad revenue.
Are you bringing this up because you saw Justin's most recent comment? It said, "Thanks, LOL. I'm still new to streaming because we just spoke about streaming from the theme parks. I'm still new to streaming, trying to get monetized."
Yes, everyone is always when they're new, they're trying to get monetized. So
I mean, we were.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's like this. It's just like carrot at the end of the stick, and you're working towards this epic goal, this milestone. And we definitely hit that milestone earlier and faster than we thought we would, because we had a couple videos somewhat early on that just did really well. And so that little feature on YouTube got turned on. But the truth is, you know, if a video happens to get a good amount of views, then the ad revenue may be enough to like cover the meal we had, or something
at best.
At best.
Yeah, at best.
But a lot of times we're spending more than we make. And I just want to put that out there because I feel like there's just not enough people that are sharing those kinds of details, and I think it's just comforting to hear from other people who are like on this journey like you. I consider us toddlers on this growth journey. We are channels too now, and you know, we aren't as beginning as we used to be, but we certainly have a lot to learn and a lot to experience with this. But I just think it's helpful to know that like the whole money side of things, at least with ad revenue, it takes a long time and it's slow. So we really, you know, you really don't want to be in it for the money, at least not for a long time. And we have no goals or desires to give up our careers. We're pretty passionate about music and teaching music. Also, it's wonderful to have that consistent stability. That being said, we're always brainstorming ways to kind of fit it into our lives better. It'd be very cool if we got to a point where our ad revenue covered all our meals or what have you, you know, some more of those costs. And there's certainly other ways to make income on YouTube, be it brand deals, having a Patreon, affiliate marketing.
Yeah, people who do unboxing videos and stuff do affiliate marketing.
There are so many, if that's a big thing for you. For us, I think it's a real passion project, and we just have so many fun, interesting ideas we're trying to get after. And it's so funny because the more you do it and the more videos you've been planning and you make, the more you accomplish, the more that like breeds creativity and inspiration. So the more we do it, the more ideas we get. So it's kind of cool how it works like that.
Yeah. And it's definitely something that we've talked about, how, you know, YouTube is a mystery. I think YouTube is a big mystery for a lot of people, and especially for people like us when we first got started, and honestly, like still a mystery. I mean, even doing this live stream today, like figuring out, okay, like what streaming stuff do we use? how is it going to all work? Oh, I want to make the questions pop up. Oh, I want to highlight the chat. Like there's all these little, I don't want to say like gatekeeping, but there's all these like little things that you kind of have to figure out on your own, or you just have to scour the internet for like tutorials or advice.
Or if you have a close friend who can like help you out, who knows?
Sure, yeah. So I think,
for some people.
yeah, I think it's cool to maybe pull back that curtain. So we've definitely talked about like, oh, maybe we should do like a video where we actually just drop all our analytics, show the money, show the subscribers. Yeah, if you're interested, let us know. Please put it in the comments, and you know,
it's good to share.
Comment that on any of our videos, on this one, whatever. You know, let us know.
We all gain something and grow, and we all share a little bit more. You know, timing's important, but I think we're learning to be a little more open about what we're experiencing.
Yeah.
I see some good comments here.
Hey, from the Bay Area. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, we love the Bay Area. The Bay Area dodged that storm. You didn't get any of the tropical storm weather we had in Los Angeles, but we love the Bay. The weather's amazing. Thank you for hanging with us. I'm just gonna go down the chat. Justin says the good thing for new streamers like me is the requirements for super chats and memberships have changed. It's now 5,000 subscribers, 3,000 watch
500
hours.
subscribers.
Thank you. 500 subscribers, 3,000 watch hours, or 3 million short views total.
Yes.
Hey, if you can get 3 million short views,
God bless.
Because we kind of have thrown out some shorts sometimes, and it's like sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down, and
sometimes you're way down.
We're down a lot. Yeah. So amazing. Yeah. That's cool that they're like kind of revisiting those requirements as all these platforms are looking at live as like this new nugget that they're all chasing.
YouTube is a totally different thing now, and it covers a lot of different types of creators.
Completely. So. Yeah. So just Jerry, hello from the Philippines. I have no questions for you, but I want to congratulate you on your 2-year anniversary. I like watching your videos. You guys are so nice and full of positivity.
Oh,
thank you very much.
Thank you. We love making them, and it's so cool that you're coming to us from the Philippines. You probably all know this on some level by now, but Filipino food is like kind of our favorite.
Yeah, if you are living in really anywhere in the world, because it's like we're also spread out. It's a global society. So if wherever you're living, find some Filipino food. If you like salty, sweet meat, garlic, rice, like vegetables, like
just freaking yummy food.
Yeah, it's just good. The food is really good.
And there's so many more Filipino places in the area we want to hit.
Yeah.
We're really trying to like do it all. Like, you know, like have a really wide varied spread of cuisine. So
yeah, so we got a question. Who does the production of your videos? They're terrific.
Originally it was almost completely Isaac editing, and slowly but surely I've been taking on more and more of that. There's a few videos that I've done 100% by myself, but lots of times these days to kind of make it work in the schedule, like I'll do like the first 90% and then get some finishing touch help, or vice versa. Like if you have more time, you'll do like the bulk, and then we'll sit down together and do the finishing touches, like adding in music from like Epidemic Sound, like whatever music is gonna feel right for it.
Yeah, we're really just at this point, even if one of us is doing more heavy lifting as far as like the actual like cutting, like we're both so involved with the decisions about like what takes to use, what music to use, that kind of stuff. So I mean, at this point, we're really trying to get it to the point where we're just always working on it together. We're always consulting each other.
The more you can both have all the skills, it's the more flexible you can be as a duo.
Yeah.
And to you single like solo creators, like video makers out there who are filming and editing and doing all the jobs on your own, huge kudos to you. That's crazy, and you're impressive.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, John Mason wants to know how Archie's doing.
He's great. Oh, he's out.
He's got like zombie legs. He's like on his side right now.
I would show you if I wasn't afraid this would all like fall apart. We've got like a precarious situation with our camera.
We're again running a virtual camera through the phone, but it's balanced on, we're musicians, balanced on a music stand with a roll of blue tape and a comic book. Yes. So maybe we'll show it at the end for fun.
I wanted to see. Oh yeah, Random Recess.
Yeah, Random Recess said, we got to know. We, meaning Random Recess, the two of them. What's a bucket list restaurant you're dying to try out? Bucket list.
Let's see. There's so many for me. If we're thinking specifically LA.
Bucket list?
We have like a few different separate bucket lists. Like we always have like a few like street food spots we want to check out. I think the thing that's been on my mind casually, like more casual street food, is Evil Cooks. They do these crazy. They both have both of the couple that creates the food for Evil Cooks. They have like fine dining, amazing chef backgrounds, and then they decided to go in on this project together. And they do these crazy like black charred octopus like tacos and just crazy food. Like they do like a flan taco, like dessert taco. But for fancier, I don't remember the name of it. Maybe I'm thinking of a couple different restaurants, but something we haven't done yet that I really want to do is go to one of those nice restaurants up in Malibu.
Well, there's Nobu in Malibu.
Nobu, like I would really.
That's
love to
like
try
Michelin star.
Yeah.
Like every person who sits down to eat is going to drop $300 to $500 to $1,000. I mean, that's a bucket list restaurant.
I feel like we're currently transitioning from like the beginning of our time in LA where we couldn't afford, we just straight up couldn't afford to do really expensive meals here. And now we're starting to dip our toes into a little more like medium to fine dining. And it's been so far so good, but I would love to hit up one of those restaurants. There's a couple up in Malibu that like look like the food's beautiful and the setting is so beautiful. Malibu's a little far from us, so we just haven't really experienced it yet. But maybe like Nobu, that would be really great. Yes. By the way, Random Recess, you gotta check them out on YouTube. I've been loving their videos lately. They're definitely foodies. They do theme parks. I believe, am I right? You live down in Texas, but they recently did this barbecue video, and my mouth was watering the whole time. Like I like needed a napkin, like while I was watching them try all this amazing like smoked meats. Yeah, it would be so great to get together with you guys at some point and do some serious eating. But if you're new to the world of Random Recess, you gotta go check them out. They're so witty and hilarious and very lovable too. So check them out, subscribe.
Yeah, I think for me, bucket list restaurant is that's such a huge concept. It's hard to narrow it down.
I know there's just too much here. It's too much.
One thing that has come up recently, like in me scrolling through socials and stuff, I'm like, oh, that'd be so fun. Would be to go to the pho place in Vietnam, in Hanoi, where Bourdain and Obama ate pho. I think for me, like I want to sit in that restaurant and see their perspective, but also experience some crazy, authentic. Local culture, local cuisine. I mean, we love like trying new cuisines and immersing ourselves as much as we can in different cultures. And yeah, I think that's my number one bucket list restaurant today. It might be a different one tomorrow, but yeah.
And that's a good segue into like the chat about the future of our YouTube channel. We love kind of exploring and experiencing LA. It's like food tourism. And we're still just getting after it. There's still so much to try and experience. But I think deep in our hearts, we would love to do some travel videos. We are such travel fanatics. And of course, like the last several years, travel has looked very different for all of us. But we do have some tentative plans this year. Should I spoil the big one or should we wait?
I think we should wait.
Okay.
Just because of like timing.
Right. And just to make sure that it's like 100%. But like there is a big trip that we are really hoping to take at some point in the next 12 months.
And vlog it.
And it's just, it is.
International.
Yes, it is a bucket list, like life experience that we've wanted ever since we met each other that we just haven't done yet.
Yeah, we really want to go to Canada.
I love Canada.
I do too. I'm just throwing a joke out there.
But there's a big one that we're hoping to make happen at some point this year. But also some smaller trips. And we have a lot of like inexperience, to be honest. Like people are really into cruises. We've never been on a cruise.
Never done a cruise.
Ever. And I used to think I never would want to. But then I heard people talk about it. I watched some really great videos. And I'm just curious enough now that I'd love to do a short cruise and just see what the fuss is about. I want to know what a cruise is like. We've never done Las Vegas together. So there's some shorter experiences we don't have to.
Yeah, Random Recess is in Austin. Yeah, they're in Austin, Texas.
Yes.
So is Lisa.
2 Austin friends.
You might go hang out and hit the bars in Austin. Austin is like, I'm very curious about Austin.
Me too.
Yeah,
I feel like at this point in my life, Austin is probably the one place in Texas I would be curious enough to go right now. I've been to Texas a couple times, other places for other reasons. At this point in my life, Austin is the one place I would want to go.
Yeah, I'm super curious about Austin. I feel like there's got to be some good food in Austin. I really do want to go to Houston, though. I have a family member who lives in Houston.
I think I have a
who works at the airport in Houston, and Houston is actually, I think it is maybe Vietnamese or Thai, huge communities. You'll have to let me know.
It's quite international.
But Houston is actually like a big upcoming food scene and stuff. So Houston would be cool. Houston is like the 3rd biggest city in the country, but you gotta have a car and you gotta do all that. So.
Oh, the breweries are here are so good.
Yeah, the breweries here are so good. Oof.
Oh my gosh, that's enough right there to get us to come down. We love craft beer. Oh my gosh.
Can't wait to get in my car.
Do you guys like beer? Random Recess, are you guys craft beer fans? Let us know.
I mean, I would assume with a comment like the breweries are good, right? They gotta like beer. Yeah, I mean, the whole craft brew thing is fascinating in itself. How that's changed in the past about 20 years, but man. Yeah, we got to get to Austin. Okay.
Before we move on to our final little plan, do any of you out there have any burning questions about YouTube or our experience on YouTube? I feel like we hit on some big things, but probably not everything. That's impossible. If you have any questions, this is AMA. You can give us a live. You can ask us anything live too. If there's anything you were hoping to hear about, you can pop it in the chat. There's a question there.
Cool. Yeah, we got one. How do you find these great places on your videos? Do you guys do a dry run first before you record at a location?
That's a great question.
That is a really good question. Yeah. You want to take it?
Sure. I think both of us are often scouring social media, Yelp, for things that get us excited. I wish, and I guess it's something we really need to work on, I wish we were a little more systematic about keeping track of those things. I think that might be a new thing for us this year, is just really keeping a list of the must-hit places. But we get ideas like that. And in terms of doing a dry run, lots of times, gosh, I don't know if it's maybe 50-50, but sometimes we just show up blind to experience it if we've heard it's really good. But lots of times we also do a dry run, or it's something that we've had that we realize this is so good, just like going casually, not for our channel.
Yeah.
We realize, oh my God, it's so good. We have to share this on the channel. And if it seems like we're overly positive about the food we're eating or the experiences we're having, lots of times it's because it's something we've already had that we just thought was so fantastic that it needed to make it on the channel. And so we really are that enthusiastic about it. I don't think we have any dreams of being like a harsh review channel.
No, I think that really our intention is to show positivity and to show things that are fun, and our intention is to not be a critic, or in the sense of being like a restaurant critic or a media critic, and showing up and thinking about it from I am going to evaluate it from this very analytical, very academic perspective. I mean, we're saying, this tastes good.
Right. Well, and we're not experts. We're just fanatics.
Yeah.
We're just foodies.
Yeah, and we can compare it to things we've had before and say if it's, better or worse or those kind of things. But when we go to a place, we're hoping to get the best meal possible. We're hoping to get the best taco possible.
I just said that to you the other day, I'm just trying to get my next best meal of my life. That's what I want all the time.
Yeah.
That's not to say that we're dishonest though. Like if something is not good or it's disappointing, we will say so, and we have said so before. There was one specific example that comes to mind, really like a celebrity food joint.
Name and shame.
Should we go for it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Ooh.
I mean, we did it in the video. So,
Trejo's Tacos.
Awful.
We went to the one at the farmers market, the original farmers market in LA, the one that's connected to the Grove. I was so excited to try those because like I love him as like a celebrity personality. We do, and
and his story is incredible.
Yes, and we just had our eye on it forever. We had never had it, so we just tried it in a video, and those tacos were incredibly expensive and super disappointing.
And you expect, so the farmer's market that's located next to the Grove, you expect it to be expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a very nice, very beautiful, curated.
High-end.
Yeah, high-end. Everything is curated. I mean, when you eat at the farmer's market, there's other places there that are fantastic. When you eat there are staff to clear the tables, to make sure everything's cleaned. It feels very nice. It feels nice, but also it feels like relaxing. It feels, it's great.
It's very special.
We love going there. Whenever somebody comes to town, that's like on the top 5 things. Like, oh, let's go walk around the Grove and go to the farmer's market because there's so many options of things to do. But Trejo's, so the price is like, okay, we can swallow the price, like it's expensive, but I think they were like $5. The tacos were like $5 or something, or $6. But they were just bad. Like the flavor wasn't there. Like it wasn't exciting. I mean, if I'm going to pay $6 or $7 or more for a taco, it needs to be exciting. It needs to be just like, whoa, this is so good. And they weren't even like mediocre. They were just bad. Do
you want to hit the comments?
Yeah. So Random Risa said, knowing now that y'all are musicians, when you come to Austin, we'll do some barbecue, go get craft brews, see live music. There's no shortage of any of that.
That sounds like the perfect trip. Maybe that needs to be on our travel list for our channel.
Yeah, beer, meat, music.
Do I smell a collab?
Yeah, that would be amazing. I'd love that.
We'll be the most informal collab people ever, but we'll have a lot of fun.
Yeah, I've already earmarked about a dozen places I found on your videos that I will go to next time I'm back in LA.
Oh, that makes us so happy.
That's awesome. Thank you. Yeah, thanks for sharing that.
The ultimate accomplishment if people watch something and then get inspired to try something we love. I feel like we can't, we kind of dish the dirt on like a bad taco place. I think to make up for it, we should say just knee-jerk reaction. What's our favorite LA taco place? Because this is a taco town. So go.
Tire Shop.
Tire Shop Taqueria?
100. Yeah, 100. You can't, everything there's good. It's in South Central. You get an incredible, authentic taste of the city. The asada's good. The chorizo's good. Those would be the 2 meats I'd recommend there. The tacos are good. The vampiros are good. The mulitas are good. I mean, I've seen people get burritos there. I would go tacos though. They do Tijuana style tacos with guacamole and salsa.
Pretty insane.
And they're big. And when you go to these Tijuana style places or you go to these street taco places that are maybe a little more involved, maybe a little bit more expensive, and I'm talking about instead of $1.50, they're like $2.50. So they're a little more expensive.
They're still cheap.
They're so cheap.
Yeah.
Those places, they do fresh, on the spot made tortillas. And for me, that's the magic, is the fresh tortillas, the guacamole, everything. So Tire Shop. If you just Google Tire Shop Taqueria, or if you go to our YouTube channel, you can see our video. So we did it when we were like,
that one's kind of old.
When we were really,
like,
yeah. So that's an older video, but check it out. But Tire Shop, that's my number one.
Awesome. I just shot myself in the foot because I was like, I have to pick one, and that's really hard. The tacos that I think about the most, maybe it has something to do with their social media, but I'm just having this moment with Avenue 26, and I think
I knew you were gonna say that. Yeah.
I think if you're gonna come to LA and you want this specifically LA street taco experience, and you just want crazy flavor, salsa that's not afraid to be spicy, really good meats, and they do this thing with their meats that's really crazy. They almost it's in this almost cooking in its own juices,
some of them are cooked in that,
braised, and then they fry them after, sear them after that. Their meats are so good. I tried some meats that I'd never had before, and the way they do them is really good. But their salsa options are amazing.
Yeah.
And I just think for me, in terms of flavor, Avenue 26 is just, it's the bomb.
Those are $1.50 tacos? $2?
I think they're either $1.50 or $2 each, which
very
in this
affordable.
Day and age,
Very affordable.
I mean, the $1 taco is long gone. But
I mean, you can't even get like a Big Mac's like $6.
Yeah,
so
but
like,
if you want the quality, the flavor, and a real spicy kick, I mean, you can leave off the salsa if you're not a spicy person. It's still delicious, but also like just like to see this huge street taco operation. You want to like go late night after the bars in downtown LA. I just think you have to hit Avenue 26, and I don't know what it is about that place, but I think about it all the time.
Well, Avenue 26 has a couple other kind of good things going for it that are adjacent to the fact that it's delicious. At least the location we go to is in downtown LA, so you're downtown. That's the number one. But it's right next to Little Tokyo, so like it's right next to the Arts District. Yeah. So you can really explore other parts of downtown that are walkable. And Avenue 26 in downtown LA has its own parking lot.
Huge parking lot.
So if you're going just for tacos, you could just show up and park for free in their parking lot. And it's kind of like, it's cool because there's like a little bit of a tailgate vibe because there's no tables or chairs. So you just get your food and go eat by your car or eat under the strung up lights.
And we're so spoiled because of where we live. We're like a 15 to 20 minute drive to that spot. So like if we go late at night and there's like not crazy traffic, we can get there really fast.
Get there in 15 minutes.
And we've done it a couple times late night, and that's been like those have been some of my favorite experiences here. Just like those spontaneous late night street taco moments. Like that is LA to me in a nutshell.
Yeah. Cool. You wanna
our final thing. Well, thank you for being patient and hanging out with us while we like just pop off about YouTube and life. We love to celebrate milestones with little giveaways, and we have this.
We're gonna do that one first.
We have these hats, these matching LA hats, LA Dodgers hats. I probably wear this hat more than any other hat because I love the colors. It reminds me of it reminds me of the 90s, and I think
that the bill is like a hot pink. It's very cool.
And it's just like a really like I feel like this color of like teal or aqua or whatever you want to call it is super flattering on everybody. But we love these hats, and we decided to just snag another before they were discontinued because like it was a special like limited run. So you can twin with us or
triplet
with us if you would love your very own West Coasters colors. I don't know. Are these our colors?
I think they are. I mean, like we lean a little bit into the 90s aesthetic and the neon. And
we're sitting here, and you could be sitting here right with us.
Yeah, this is you. We are feeding you tacos.
But they're the dad caps, so they're like super adjustable. And just to show how adjustable they are, I have a very small head. Isaac has a very large noggin, and it fits both of us beautifully. So we would love to send this out to one of you. So we're just taking a second to announce it. So if you're interested in entering our giveaway and twinning or tripleting with us, you just gotta do a couple simple things for the giveaway. Number one, you gotta like this live stream. So if you haven't given it a thumbs up yet, this is your moment. Give it a thumbs up. Number two, you need to make sure you're subscribed to our channel, to the West Coasters. That little red subscribe button. And number three, last but not least, this is super important or you can't win, is to leave a comment on this live stream. And that's a little tricky because you can't do it now while we're live. You have to come back once it's up on our channel and leave a comment. And it can be anything. Usually we ask for like a
question, but whatever. You can come back and just go hat.
You could do hat or LA or tacos or cheers or whatever inspires you. Just say hey. But we will take any comment on this live stream plus a subscribe and a thumbs up as an entry in our giveaway.
And do need to live in the contiguous 48 states. So Washington to Florida, Maine to California.
Right,
That
shipping gets insane.
So apologies to anyone watching this overseas.
Right. And maybe someday we'll have the resources to do like a worldwide giveaway. But for now, we're small fries. We're keeping it basic. So one more time, make sure that you give this live stream a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed to our channel, to the West Coasters, and then come back and leave a comment. And you're going to have plenty of time. Why don't we give it 1 week? We will do our drawing. I think we usually do the Google number generator, right?
Yeah, that's what we do. We just number the comments and then use a random number generator and then pick it at random.
Right. So we'll do that next Wednesday. What's the date of it? I'm super prepared.
I don't even know.
It's going to be the 6th. So September 6th. It's Wednesday, September 6th at 9 p.m. That's like the time right now. At 9 p.m., we'll do our drawing. So one more time, in case you just need to hear it condensed.
I'll hold it up again.
To be entered into our LA giveaway, our 2-year celebration, give this live stream a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed to our channel and leave any comment you want on the live stream. You're going to have to come back before September 6th at 9 p.m. Pacific time to do that. And if you do those 3 things, you're automatically entered. Good luck to you. We love the thought of sending out a fun little treat or gift off to somebody out there and connecting with you that way. It's just fun to do. So yeah, I think that covers our little
That's the whole shebang.
That's the show. I guess we went quite a bit longer than we wanted to, but we're
trying to make it a tidy hour, but we went over.
We were extra chatty, and we had a slow start.
I will also say, if you enjoy these live streams, let us know. Yeah, let us know, because we're not super live streamy, but we've been like toying around with maybe we'll do like once a month or something. So
I think it's really fun. I just think it's hard to squeeze into our lives, and it's just something we need to work at. But on the flip side, though, if you have suggestions for what you think would make it better or fun, we just don't have a lot of experience, and we really, for the most part, don't totally know what we're doing. So if you have any insight or advice or just opinions, we'll take any of it, because all of that criticism or advice is very constructive to us.
Yeah, critique us.
Yeah, we're not too proud or
criticize.
We're not. Come on, criticize me. We love feedback. So you know, you can comment or DM us or whatever. But
awesome. This
has been a blast. If you have been here the whole time, you are very wonderful and special to us. We love you so much. Thank you for making this. I feel like I'm gonna cry. I don't know why. Thank you for making this what it has been. None of this would matter at all if people like you didn't come watch or hang out with us. And it's just a really beautiful thing. You're very special for that. So thank you. We love you. Yeah. And I guess the last thing to say is cheers.